Hi, Chef Joe with Healthy Kids Inc. and today we're going to be making a spaghetti squash pasta. So what we've done in advance here is cut our spaghetti squash in half. We placed it down with the skin facing up, roasted it at 400 degrees. We put a little bit of water in the bottom of our baking dish here, or our baking pan, and that just kind of helps to loosen everything up. And then all you have to do is let it cool for a little bit. We're going to take a fork, and as you can see in this one here, I've already shredded it. It's long, it's got long fibrous strands that kind of resemble pasta. But then I'll show you with this one. All you have to do is take your fork and shred across. And it gives you long noodle-like strands. That's the name spaghetti squash. You get plenty of yield out of these as well. So they're definitely economical. Alright, so that's all there is to that. Place the rest of it in a bowl. Alright, that's ready. Okay, so we've got a pan on, about medium heat, a little bit of oil. It's just starting to release a little bit of smoke. So we're going to go in with our onions and garlic. Put a little bit of color on those. Just briefly, and then we'll hit it with we've got about 1/4 of a pound of ground turkey. And just a little bit of salt for the mix here. As soon as your onions start to take on a little bit of a shine, you can go ahead and go in with your ground turkey. The squash that we prepared basically is already ready. It just needs to hang out while we finish the rest of it. Season this with some fresh cracked black pepper. Okay, so while this is working, get your turkey browning, you can begin to assemble the dish. We've got a bowl there. I'm going to take some of your spaghetti squash. Place it in the bottom. Kind of making a little bit of a well for our other ingredients here. Let that hang out. Onions are nice and soft. Okay, when your turkey is 90% of the way there, doesn't have to be all the way brown. Mine's just about all the way brown. Doesn't have to quite be there. Add your sauce. This is just our scratch-made marinara. I'm going to pull it all together. Turn the heat all the way down to low. Our turkey is, at this point, is actually done. Cook together with the sauce just for a couple of minutes so all those flavors come together. Very last minute, I'm just going to throw in a little bit of fresh chopped parsley. You can throw in some basil or oregano, really whatever you've got on hand would be great. Just for a little bit of color. Nice herb flavor. Pull this together. And you're now ready to serve. So take your bowl. Put basically what we've done here is made a turkey ragu. finish it with just a little bit of our marinara, pinch of salt, crack of black pepper, a little drizzle of olive oil over the top, and then if you have some of your fresh herbs left, just a little sprinkle over the top, and that's all there is to it. So the first thing you want to do, we're going to get our sauce on. I've got a little bit of oil heating in the bottom of this pan here, and this is going to be a really simple marinara. So I'm going to bring this up just under medium-high, so just right at medium for this, because we don't really have anything that needs sauté. Now you could use fresh garlic, but we're actually going to use a bunch of dried spices here today to make this kind of a quick and easy marinara to throw together. So we've got our canned diced tomatoes and all of their liquid that we want to throw in, first and foremost. And then I'm going to take a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. I'm going to add a little bit of honey. Pinch of salt, fresh cracked black pepper, and we're also going to use some dried oregano, some dried basil, garlic powder. Now if you were using fresh garlic, all you'd have to do is saute up a couple of cloves that you finely chopped and just a little bit of oil for a couple of minutes, and then throw your tomatoes and everything in on top. We're also going to use some minced onion. Alright, so now we're just going to give all of this a stir. Okay, now you can take the back of your spoon and kind of smash up some of these larger pieces of tomato. We can blend this down a little bit with our immersion blender, or even throw it in a food processor when we're done. So you don't really have to worry about it too much, but you can kind of start that process just using the back of your spoon and kind of pressing them against the side of the pan. Now at this point, really all you have to do now is kind of let this come up to a nice simmer. Keep giving it a stir, make sure nothing's sticking on the bottom, and let this simmer from anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour if you have it, but 30 minutes is more than enough time. But again, as with anything like this, sauces, soups, if you have more time, take it. This is something you can make days in advance and make batches and freeze it, so you actually have a lot of options when it comes to this. So we're just going to let ours come up to a simmer. Cover it and we'll check it in just a little bit. Alright, so our sauce is simmered away for a good half an hour. You can see it's already thickened up. Some of the tomatoes have broken down. You could leave it like this if you wanted to, if you like it a little bit chunkier. We are going to blend it down slightly. So we're going to let it cool for just a few minutes, and then we'll blend it up with the immersion blender. Alright, so we're going to give our marinara sauce a little whirl under the immersion blender. Start to pulse it up. It's really whatever consistency that you feel most comfortable with. Alright, nice and blended. So we'll let this cool just a little bit more.